coming up.
Genomics are just another tool to add into what we already have. When we incorporate those with phenotype, it allows us to make more progress in a more consistent manner than we used to in the past.
Decades of experience and cutting-edge technology put Barber genetics on top. Next on The American Rancher. Hello and welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. Two of the most powerful F1 females in the beef industry begin with Hereford genetics. Cattlemen know the potency of Hereford hybrid vigor when crossed with Angus, Brahman, and other breeds. The American Hereford Association has the largest crossbreeding database in the world that includes every breed imaginable. Family-owned Barber Hereford Ranch combines that data with decades of experience and data collection, advances in genetic technology, and a clear understanding of what their customers demand from Hereford genetics. Barber Hereford Ranch is located just outside the northwest Texas panhandle town of Channing. Rugged country and notorious panhandle weather build an extra layer of stamina in Barber family Hereford genetics.
Well, my family's been in the Hereford business for a long time. We've been family owned and operated there at Channing, Texas since 1904. Channing's up in the Panhandle. It's one of the harsher climates for the state of Texas. We get really hot summers, cold winters, typically get our first snow around Thanksgiving. But we raised Herefords there since we started. We've seen a lot of things change and adapt in the industry. Went from where everything was red and white in that part of the world to black cattle. One thing that's always been the foundation for my family is that we have remained true to the Hereford breed. With this, we've always tried to raise the best cattle that we can.
The pasture land is really rolling canyons. That's really rough terrain. All of our cropland is flat under center pivot or dry land, and so the cattle are developed on pretty rough conditions. This is a 116-year-old family operation. We calve both in the fall and spring. We are really data-driven. We ultrasound the bulls for ribeye area and marbling. We collect all the data we can as far as genomics. Each bull has been genomically enhanced EPDs along with ultrasound. We try to provide all the data that we possibly can to take out the risk for our producers.
We strive here at the ranch to keep track of everything as best we can through all aspects of the production phases, and that allows us, to really track back and keep track of what we've done, or trace back and keep track of what we've done. Especially in the breeding program, it really helps keeping things on track and moving forward, keeping track of everything. Moving into taking notches early on those calves, we can get the genomic process started at an earlier age. It allows us to advance farther when it comes to genomic enhanced EPDs. We have a better idea what these younger sires are going to do earlier on. That way we can implement those sires more effectively within that breeding season and for years to come. It's been rewarding getting here on the ranch and helping with the AI and the ET program and just the breeding program in general. We've done quite a bit in terms of synchronization this past year, upcoming spring calving season, and then we plan to do as much or more for the following fall calving. We utilize quite a bit of synchronization for both AI and embryo transfer. We've done quite a bit in terms of record keeping and getting cows bred and getting things done in a timely fashion so we can utilize a better calving window, a tighter calving window when need be.
After we've AI'd the cow herd once or twice, then we'll generally turn our herd bulls out to produce calves that way too. In the spring season, we'll go from January through May, even though we're shortening that up a little bit now too. We're trying to have more January, February bulls geared towards second bull sale that we'll have every February or March. And we'll keep breeding all the way through May to try to get the show heifer market too. The reason that we do extensive AI and embryo transfer work is just to try to stay at the forefront of the industry and raise the best genetics possible and really reach our customers' demands. We also like to raise high-end seed stock cattle that can not only perform in the pasture but also in the show ring. We feel like that's the best way for us to stay at the forefront of the industry.
We produced a bull that won Denver, two-time Supreme Champion, the Bel Air Bull, who is owned by Kings and Colliers, and we were so confident in him and in terms of his carcass and feedlot data that we put him in the National Reference Sire Program, and he really excelled as far as carcass traits with a low birth weight and high growth.
The top end herd sires are usually the ones that we show in our show string, but they'll also be sold, and we'll usually sell interest in them. They'll be shown all over the country, as well as go to a lot of different ranches across the country. The Hereford breed's really unique right now in the fact that you can market your top end females and future donor cows in the show ring, whilst at the same time still offering their brothers to the commercial cattlemen through our bull sales. The main reason we really enjoy showing cattle is it gives us a great opportunity to market our cattle, and also with our competitive nature, we really enjoy showing and competing in the show ring.
The other really important selling point for Hereford cattle, especially right now and with the market as robust as it is the fact that a lot of our customers, their personal testimonials are how strong and how enduring these Hereford cattle hold up compared to other breeds that they have, whether it's down on the coast or out in West Texas, New Mexico, really anywhere central United States. I think the true test of the longevity of the breed and the cattle that they're buying is the fact that they can keep these cattle a lot longer. They're going to receive better pay weights and market weights and performance off of these cattle versus the other breeds that they've either brought in or tried to keep going while they're using rotational breeds or while they're, enduring drought and some of these other conditions that Mother Nature's bestowed on them that we have no control over. But year in and year out, when I talk to our customers throughout the year, they're most proud of their Hereford genetics.
Sneed Ranch, we've raised cows for about 100 years. Pam Stevens, she's the president, Joe Pool's owner. We've got a ranch in Hartley County, Moore County. This one here at Hartley is about 21,000 acres. We try to run some progressive genetics, produce a product that everybody wants. The Barber bulls really put that extra rib on these cattle and that extra pound. A lot of structure again. Just a great calf. They gain exceptionally well. Yeah, if you're looking for a good genetic program, the proof's in the pudding on them. It's done wonders for our herd. Our replacement females, they're just a quality that we haven't had. And I believe that the genetics are what that's from, and it's the Barber genetics. We had one bull get crippled one time, and that's one of the really great things about Barbers is you get a bull that gets crippled or something happens to him, they'll stand behind it, and they've taken mine to their, picked them up and worked on them and fed them up and got them back to where they were right again, or they replaced them, and that's pretty outstanding.
Coming up,
Genomics are just another tool to add into what we already have. When we incorporate those with phenotype, it allows us to make more progress in a more consistent manner than we used to in the past.
years of successful breeding experience pairs up with the accuracy of genomic technology. That story is next on The American Rancher. Welcome back to The American Rancher. Barber Hereford Ranch in Channing, Texas has been in the Hereford business for over 100 years. Building on the strength of that legacy, not to mention having decades of breeding data, the Barber family's use of genomics technology and homozygous polled genetics makes their program a model for the Hereford breed.
Originally, we've been a primary horned Hereford operation till the late 90s. At that point, we began to adapt our herd and bring in polled genetics, and it's really kind of stayed true to our foundation in raising the best Herefords that we can. But we try to adapt for our customers and be a little bit more modern. Using Polled Hereford genetics has helped us do that, and we live in the state of Texas, and Horned Herefords have always been king. But bringing in the Polled Herefords in the late 90s, we were one of the few to do that originally, and we're kind of ahead of the curve, and that's just really helped us adapt to be more modern in the future, but also remain true to what's always kind of brought us here.
Last spring, we purchased the John Lone cow herd in its entirety to offer more variety in our cow herd. With our customers, we've been asked a lot lately for homozygous polled genetics, and with the ability to purchase John Lone's cow herd, it really brought a different aspect to our cow herd. And with this, we'll have homozygous polled cattle that are performance-oriented, great udders, maternal traits, along with a lot of pigment. And it really kind of diversifies our cow herd from horned cattle to polled cattle to homozygous polled cattle now.
Well, I feel like my family's always done a good job on advancing the breeding pieces of cattle and breeding for cattle that are more phenotypically sound and higher performing, and ones that are pleasing to look at. But one thing that we've definitely incorporated at Barber Ranch is the use of technology at specifically genomics.
Genomics are just another tool to add into what we already have. They allow us to get accuracies proven more quickly on younger cattle, both bulls and females, which is nice. So when we go ahead and try to mate these cattle, we have a better idea of what to expect. We don't have that big jump after we get our first calf crop reported. Genomics, when we incorporate those with phenotype, it allows us to make more progress in a more consistent manner than we used to in the past. Seemed like before it took quite a few generations to really pinpoint what we think they were going to do and whether they responded to what we thought they were going to do within our environment. Now that allows us to make more progress in a more timely fashion.
We've also incorporated using ultrasound technology. We ultrasound the cattle twice a year at the ranch, try to get bulls at about a year of age. But we pride ourselves on doing this for a couple reasons. One, we like our customers to have the most information they can on our cattle. We like for them to know which ones have the best birth to yearling weight spreads, have the best carcass traits, whatever other information is pertaining to their herd that they feel beneficial. But the other reason we do this is because we also like to know for ourselves which cattle perform better and which ones have better carcass traits.
We try to ultrasound these cattle when they fit into the best window for them. Genomic enhanced EPDs are great, genomics are great, but the more phenotypes we can incorporate into those genotypes, it allows us to really spur on the accuracies and really fine-tune that data. We ultrasound a couple times throughout the year so that those cattle fit a better window for us. And that way also too, we have a both spring and fall calving season. That way we don't miss anything at all. We make sure all these cattle get ultrasounded. And that allows us to incorporate that data back into our breeding decisions more quickly and efficiently.
Generally, the cows that we run have to be really easy doing. They have to be really correct because it's really rugged country that we run them in. And we generally tend to do moderate cattle, but we probably like our cattle a little more stouter. Have a little more power, a little more performance than the general Hereford does. That's primarily to appease our customer base.
Our main customer is a commercial cattleman who buys from 5 to 10 bulls annually. We sell seed stock to purebred breeders from coast to coast and are very proud of that. But our main primary customer is a commercial cowman.
While our primary focus is on the commercial cattlemen, we still do a lot of high-end show heifers and replacement females and donor cows, as well as top-end herd sires and show bulls as well.
Our customer service is pretty broad. I feel like we all kind of handle that as a team at the ranch, but we're always available if you ever need anything. Always get a return call or an email from my family. But more specifically on the customer service side, if you buy a bull from us in one of our sales, we have a sight unseen guarantee. So if you get that animal and you don't like it, we'll work with you to get something that you do like or give you a refund on the animal. We also have a breeding season guarantee. So if anything happens that first breeding season, we'll replace the bull. But we always just try to go above and beyond to let our customers know that when they do business with us, they can rest assured we've got their best interests at heart. And then, just taking that a step further, 2020 has been such a crazy year. We know there's a lot of people that aren't attending sales and aren't going to places with large crowds. So really having a good guarantee where people know we stand behind our product is important more this year than ever.
I do handle the customer service, and that's a great thing to be able to do. I like to be able to meet the customers and longtime customers here at Barber Ranch, as well as the new customers that come in. I handle any sale catalog requests and keeping track of all of our sale catalog mailing list, and as well as doing any SEAM and AI certificate orders.
So along the lines of our customer service, I think it's a real feather in our hat to be able to offer different avenues for our customers, whether it be folks that are selling calves, weaned calves, or if they're retaining them for replacement females or other herd sires. It's a huge benefit to have Brother Jason at Superior, where they're so well connected with the network of Superior reps, especially up here in the Panhandle and surrounding tri-state, quad state area, and really all across the United States. That's such a benefit when folks are getting ready to market their calves.
I've always believed that my role with Superior has helped my family's ranch. Superior Livestock is the nation's largest cattle merchandiser, and really we're a network of cattlemen. And the relationships that I've got through some of our reps, and we truly have some of the best Superior reps anywhere up in the Texas Panhandle, but my relationship with them and also with buyers on regular Superior sales has really helped our operation gain some notoriety up there in the Panhandle and beyond, and also sell some cattle outside of our region. But it's always going to be a people business, and it's about relationships. So those reps who help me get bulls sold to some of their customers, they know that on sale day, if they've got a set of Hereford Barber Ranch sired Hereford calves, or even if they're black baldies, as long as they're Barber Ranch sired, they know that I can get them a buyer. We may not always get the cattle bought, but we'll definitely push them into where the market is and a little bit above. But in a lot of cases, we do get some cattle placed for our customers.
Along those lines, our family will work with you, all of our customers, to help you realize the best profit when it comes sale day for you. But I think the bottom line for us is, if we're not profitable for our customers, then we're not profitable as your go-to producer and provider of these good Hereford bulls.
After the break,
We've got both horned and polled, over 20 of the polled or homozygous polled.
it's your chance to get your hands on some of the top Hereford genetics in the country. Details after the break, here on The American Rancher. Welcome back to The American Rancher. Every November, Barber Hereford Ranch offers the most up-to-date advancements in Hereford genetics. Their annual sale in San Saba, Texas is coming soon.
We're getting ready for our upcoming annual bull sale to be held at Jordan's in San Saba on November 11th. We've got 100 horned and polled Hereford bulls, along with 50 Angus bulls from express ranches. And we're really excited about the bull offering. We've tried to listen to our customers and select bulls that are low birth weight, high yearling weight with excellent carcass data. Bel Air behind us is kind of one of our ideal bulls with a low birth weight and over 100 yearling. He's superior in terms of his ribeye area and marbling, and he's a trait leader for scrotal circumference, which is longevity in the cows and helps the bulls. So we're really excited about the offering we're bringing. We've listened to customers trying to help them get a premium when they sell their calves. Our cattle are moderate to low birth weight with extra high growth.
This group that they've got selling this year in the San Saba sale is as deep as any set they've had in a while. The bulls really range from calving ease prospects to performance bulls to bulls with carcass numbers, but by and large it's a balanced trait group of bulls. It's a group of bulls that are stout, that are functional, group of bulls that can go out and cover some country. There's some highlights throughout the offering, throughout the age groups, both horned and polled. They all come with genomically enhanced EPDs, which allow the producers, much like it allows us, to make more advancements more quickly. It's a very solid, deep set of bulls selling throughout the offering.
We've got both horned and polled, over 20 of the polled or homozygous polled. Anybody that's wanting polled bulls has asked for homozygous. Like I said, we've tried to select low birth weight with extra high growth and extra high carcass that come out of superior dams with beautiful udders Our producers are wanting superior carcass traits, and we feel like we've selected bulls that have got that with added pigment around the eyes and testicles, and we're really excited about the bulls we're bringing them. We're selling yearling bulls that if somebody needs to develop them themselves for rugged terrain, we've got those, and then also coming 2-year-old bulls that are ready to turn out and go to work. The sale is held in San Saba, the center of the hill country. We haul them down on that Monday. The bulls are available at Jordan's from Monday through Wednesday. The sale's held at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. It's broadcast on Superior Productions, and we invite, if you want to look at the bulls, they're available anytime at the ranch or from Monday afternoon on down in San Saba. We invite you to come over for a dinner the night before, that Tuesday night, and visit with us and ask any questions, and we'd love to entertain you.
We invite everyone to come out and look at the bulls prior to that Monday of the sale. All the cattle are at the ranch, so they're easy for people to come by and see at their leisure. We'll have the bulls down there in San Saba at Jordan's starting that Monday prior to the bull sale. We'd love to have people come up, and if they have time to see them at the ranch, or definitely join us as early as they can once they get to San Saba.
This November bull sale in San Saba is really our premier sale, where our most elite bulls go into it, also our largest volume of bulls. So, you know, they're going to be ranging from 2-year-olds to yearlings, but they're going to have all the data, the genomics back behind them, and really we just try to offer our best variety in this particular auction.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. For more information on the Barber family Hereford Ranch, visit barberranch.com. And for more information about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or connect with us on Facebook. I'm Pam Minnick. For our entire American Rancher team, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
That was Superior.